Hey, I'm doing live on my computer. I'm so happy. Okay, I gotta get the link so I can share it. My channel. Let's get this going. Share it. Copy link. Here we go. Sent there. Sent there. All right, where else? Discord. So no one knows I'm going live today. Oh, hey, Charlie. I'm on my computer for once. I finally figured out. Okay. I'm going on Discord right now. I am live. Let's get this going. All right. International Women's Day. It's a Christmas miracle. It is. Hello, Brianna. Welcome. I know I didn't give anybody a heads up that I was going to be live streaming today, and I'm super sorry about that. Kind of was a last minute decision because I realized I haven't live streamed since I was in Seattle, so maybe I should do another one. I have been trying to pre-record. I will let you guys know that. I have been trying. It's just I'm super rusty. And also, I have a lot going on. Oh my God. I'll tell you guys all about it. I promise. Okay. Hangouts has been detected using microphone. Okay. Hey, Sorty! Yes, it has, and I am so sorry. That's why I decided to just jump on and do a live stream today, because I realized last time I live streamed was while I was in Seattle, and I've been back since Monday, and I haven't live streamed. Good thing though is that I did unpack for once. Normally I keep my clothes or stuff that I don't really use in the suitcase for a while. It's bad. I'm such a procrastinator. My 9-month-old niece says hi. Oh, how sweet. Oh, well, hi, little one. Oh my goodness, how cute. Do not judge over the fact that I still have my Christmas tree. It's terrible. Oh God, I'm such a procrastinator. I'm so sorry. It's not okay. It's not so much that I don't want to do these things or like pre-record and everything. It's just what I want to do requires so much planning and certain types of equipment. So I don't have any of that right now because I'm still waiting on my tax return. I'm beyond upset over it because it's just like that was a fuzzy. I promise. It was a hair. I guess the Christmas miracle remark was appropriate. That yes, it is. Well, because normally I use Safari because I have a Mac Mini, so I usually use Safari for everything. But it was like late last year when I finally downloaded Chrome, because of course, being in a long distance relationship, in order to like have any like certain interactions, Safari wasn't able to do certain things because like we like to watch like Brooklyn Nine-Nine together, and there's this website called Rabbit TV, something like that, and you can actually like share like a room where you guys can like watch things together, and it's really, really cute. It's really, really cool. And so I had to download Chrome for that, and I never tried doing live on the Chrome instead of Safari because I just figured it was the same deal where I couldn't on Safari because I needed some kind of, yes, rab.it. Yes. Thank you, Sorty. I can't, it was encoding. I needed like an encoding app in order to live stream on Safari. and I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that means. So I just didn't even bother with it. And then I decided now I was like, you know what? Let's just see if it works on Chrome because other things work on Chrome, so it might work on Chrome, and it works on Chrome. So, yay! But yes, ladies, happy International Women's Day. I actually went and did a reading at my youngest, well, both my kids' school for right now. Next year, she's going to be going to middle school. But I did a reading at the elementary school for my kids' kindergarten class. And that was so much fun. She was beaming ear to ear as soon as I walked into the classroom. A coding app basically reprograms said thing. See, you learn something new every day. How many times can you say Chrome in one sentence? Yep. I can do it a lot. I can be very annoying, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do it on purpose and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just an idiot. Because I talk in circles and I feel like I'm not getting a point across, and I am, and I still like repeat myself, and I'm sorry. But yes, happy International Women's Day. I just saw your Insta story about it literally right before you went live. Oh, yeah, it was so much fun. And the teacher, my youngest kindergarten teacher, she was actually my oldest kindergarten teacher as well. That's a fuzzy, I promise. I have dogs that shed, so there's just hair and dust flying all the time. So anyway, but yeah, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that derailed. The train left the station without me. And that is my dog there. I thought that was my fur coat, but no, my fur coat is actually on the back of my chair. So that is my dog. Dallas. Dilly Dell. Oh, there she is. Went from Women's Day to being at your daughter's school. Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. Yeah, they today was this week is reading week at the school. I don't know how many schools around the country are doing reading week this week. It usually revolves around Dr. Seuss's birthday. So I believe his birthday was over the weekend this year. So they're still doing reading week. It's just after the fact. And so I thought I would go in and do a reading because especially since I do voices, I did Are You My Mother? Because every time I read that book to my youngest, she would always make me do the voices. Like I'm not allowed to read books without doing voices. So I did the voices for the kids and everything, and they loved it. They had so much fun. And it wasn't just her class, though. It was like 2 other kindergarten classes all together. And so it was a big classroom with a lot of kids, and they were actually still very well behaved. They were really good kids. I read books to my mom. Oh, that's so sweet, though. I grew up with my dad reading to us as our bedtime story, The Hobbit. So I was doomed to be a nerd from the beginning. We still, you know what? Actually, I think I still have it. Is that it? Yes, I do. The cover had ripped off because it's so old, but this is actually this is the Fellowship of the Ring. But this is still like one of the books that we've had since before I was born. That's a Fellowship of the Ring. You can see it's just so old. It fell apart, and I was like in tears when it fell off because it fell off in my hand, and I was like, I broke it. Oh, I'm such a destructor. I don't mean to be. I think it was last week that the elementary school did something for it and had a themed lunch for Seuss's birthday. That's so sweet. I love it when schools do stuff like that. It is so cute. Speaking of school, I've gotten 20 times better at school this year, and I'm really proud of that. That is definitely something to be incredibly proud of, Sorty. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. You're doing amazing. 20 times better. That's fucking incredible. My oldest actually is doing a lot better in school this year too, to where like I gotta gloat. I'm sorry. I gotta be a gloaty parent here for a second. Hold on. Let me grab it. Don't judge how nasty and messy my room is. I know it is, and I'm working on it. I was supposed to clean my room yesterday, and I'll explain why in a little bit here, why I didn't, because yesterday was an insane day. Insane. I ended up getting my big knife out. I'll explain. Anyway, so yeah, hold on real quick, because I gotta gloat. I'll even grab my knife while I'm at it. All right. So I'll show you guys my knife in a second. So I can't show it to you guys, unfortunately, because it's got my personal address and my child's full name on here. So obviously I can't show it on here, but I will read it to you guys. It says, "Dear parent, based on her academic achievement and demonstrated leadership potential, your daughter Leilani has been nominated to attend the Junior National Young Leader Conference, an Envision program to be held this summer 2019 in Washington, D.C. I'm going to cry just reading this. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? It's so weird. You can see how big my ass is. Leilani was nominated by her teacher, who recognizes her as a student with scholastic merit, maturity, and strength of character. I'm gonna cry. Oh, okay. To represent the school at this unique leadership program. I'm not gonna cry. Oh, okay. Congratulations on Leilani's achievements. Oh, it's so hard to read this. God, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm so proud of her, and oh my God, when I see that teacher that nominated her, I'm gonna give her the biggest hug ever, and I'm definitely gonna make a painting just for her as well as a big thank you. But yeah, I'm just so proud of her, and I'm just it's just. Some teachers nickname me scientist. That's awesome. That is really cool. I love cool nicknames like that. I can make a drawing for her too. Oh, that's so sweet. I do. I need to get a PO box. I know I do. I know when I first started, some people asked me to get a PO box, but I only had like 200 subscribers at that time, so I was like, nah. In other words, she'll be put on an ultra successful college prep path. Yes. I'm like, Kirby, seriously, I'm like my heart is so full right now. I'm just, freaking hey, freaking hey. Yeah. See, I can't even speak. I'm just like, I'm so proud of her. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so just, I'm smitten. I'm smitten. My child, she doesn't even know how amazing she is, and this was really amazing too. They made a separate copy of the same letter directed towards Leilani, and so like I refolded that up and I put it back in the envelope because the envelope is like so official and it's so pretty. So I put that in, and I'm gonna have her take a look at that as soon as she gets home, and I'm gonna be a mess. I'm gonna be a whole emotional mess. I'm gonna start crying and everything. Oh, that's okay, Sorty. That's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been really thinking about starting a PO box. I've been so broke. I'm sorry. Hopefully this year I'll be able to do that. But yeah, and I do want to let you guys know. I don't know if you guys have checked out Brandon Ferris here on YouTube. His thing is I'm Brandon Ferris. If you guys get a chance to check him out, I highly recommend it. He gave well, I got the idea from him that when I do a PO box, that anytime I do any opening, the ad revenue that I get from that video, I will donate to a charity of choice. I really want to do that. I want to help encourage other YouTubers to do that as well. So I'm going to take lead from him, take his lead and do that as well for my channel. I don't understand what PO boxes really are. Why do you need to pay for them? Basically, it's PO boxes are like a little you can rent a mailbox at the post office basically. Um yeah, post office boxes. Yeah. So it's you're basically renting out a mailbox that's like at a general location. A lot of people who don't like mail being like directed to them, or even businesses that don't want post being delivered straight to their business or whatever, they'll usually get a PO box. And you can get PO boxes of different sizes too. So you can start off with a really small one, and you can get a bigger one later down the line or whatever. But yeah, you do have to rent your little PO box. It's not free. Um, so it's just like a rented space kind of a thing. But yeah, it's fairly cheap from what I understand, but it's just I've been so broke. I can't. I'm running out of makeup, guys. I'm running out of makeup. That's why I need my tax return. I'm running out of so much stuff. And this girl needs some new socks because all my socks are getting holes. What if they get full? Usually I do know that if your PO box gets full, the post office will usually call you and be like, "Hey, you need to come and empty out your PO box. It's full and you're getting more mail and you need to do something about it." So, from my understanding, that's what they do. I don't know if every post office does that though. I think there might be some out there that require you to be responsible for your own PO box. So if it gets over full, that's your fault, kind of a thing, you know. Um, so, but yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I wanted to focus on it being International Women's Day today, since obviously I am a woman. um, and I know a lot of you guys are women as well, and I wanted to help celebrate us and our adventures and everything. I actually did want to take a little bit of focus. Zombie Issue says some people are living in apartments or don't have a porch and order a lot of packages. Uh, get one just to make sure their stuff isn't stolen. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you're living in like a dangerous area and you don't want things, you know, uh delivered to your home because of theft or whatever, then it's best to get a PO box. There's many different reasons why people get PO boxes. It's not just YouTubers. But yeah, it's I do know there was a couple of people I knew that got PO boxes just because they didn't want anyone to know their actual address. So it was a little weird to me back then, but now it's just like, well, hey, to each their own. For me, whenever I order something, they ring our bell and call us beforehand. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Our post doesn't do that. Amazon, what is this? What is this? Oh, that's my old bangs. I kind of, when I last trimmed my bangs, I had to kind of like reshape them a bit. So this is like my old bangs that are growing out now. Um, and they wait for us to arrive and take it. Wow, that's awesome. See, here, when it comes to packages, especially, they'll just leave them on your porch or they'll leave them right next to your door. And a lot of the times they won't even knock when they do. They're supposed to. They're supposed to knock on your door, ring your doorbell, and let you know that, hey, a package has been delivered. Please come and get it before someone else does. But they don't do that anymore. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with people with young kids or senior citizens that are napping or sleeping throughout the day, and they don't want them to be disturbed. So many people complained, and now they don't ring doorbells or knock on doors when they drop something off anymore. Amazon does do this thing now where the deliverer can take a picture as to where they've left it, but I just don't get how that helps prevent theft. It's like, yeah, I see it's there. What can I do about it? I'm at work or I'm over here or this, that, the other. They always do it for us. That's awesome though. That's great. That really I mean, I understand that like obviously they can't do that all over the world or anything because of people work strange hours of the day. Some people are just going to work and then they get something delivered after they've left and they're not going to be home for like 8 hours. So, it happens. And I don't know. I just think there are better ways to deliver things, and nobody's like really come out to admit it and fix it. And it's just, if it makes sense, it's not gonna happen. So that's where I leave it at. Mm. And of course, I got my coffee, and my favorite mug actually is the Haunted Museum mug. Not to brand or anything, but just because it's a perfect sized mug. It really is. Like, I use this mug almost every day. Like, the only times I don't use it is if I forget to put it in the sink before bed at night, because my dad likes to do the dishes at night. It's just something to keep him busy, because otherwise he doesn't do anything. This service is actually specifically for the country I live in. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. So the whole country. That's interesting. I'm gonna try these this M&Ms real quick here with you guys. It's the new M&Ms. I guess they're having internationally inspired flavors. I know they got like a jalapeno one and a coconut one for like Mexico and Thailand. And this one, I guess, is supposed to be for the UK. And it is English toffee peanut. So yeah, you can see, I don't know why he's got a bowler hat. Why does that make it British? Because he's got a bowler hat. I love bowler hats. I actually really do like bowler hats. They're really awesome. It's only a matter of time before Amazon is our country's post office. Oh, I completely agree with you, Kirby. That's actually really good. If we order anything and it doesn't fit in the mailbox, they'll usually leave it on the porch. For a while, mail carriers couldn't get out of their delivery trucks because carriers were getting hit. Yeah, same here. Hey, Penny for your thoughts, McGee. What is up? I just love saying your name. Penny for your thoughts, McGee. I love it. M&M's. More like Eminem the rapper. Yes. I love Eminem. I grew up listening to his Eminem Show album. Oh my God. Without Me, I will play it, and I'll be in the shower or something or getting ready, and I'm just like, but a beef is so empty without me. So come on, get rub on your lips. I'm not gonna finish the rest of that. But love Eminem. White America, especially. I used to listen to a lot when I was a teenager, and my brother got a PS2 back when they were brand new. And I would play Blood Omen 2. It was an awesome vampire game. It was like you killed somebody, and then like you just lifted your hand, and the blood would come out of their bodies into his mouth. So I would just kill everyone and just do that. I had to restart the game so many times because I ended up killing important characters and I didn't even know it. It was called Blood Omen 2. Here, I'll type it out for you guys since I'm on the computer now. Hey! So, Blood Omen 2. There we go. Yeah, it was just it was an awesome game. It was so cool. These are really freaking good. Okay, I gotta say, I don't think it really tastes like toffee. I will say, it tastes more of like a creamy coffee flavor, I want to say. I love school. Good. Should love school. Uno momento, por favor. I promise you, my Spanish is not that bad. My Spanish is pretty bad, but it's not that bad. My thing in back in the day was Sled Storm from the original PlayStation. The original PlayStation, I played the Rugrats game. That was a good one. Oh, I loved that game. It was so fun. But yeah, no, definitely love school. I know there's a lot of people that do hate school. I think it's more of just like a cliche societal thing that it's like if you like school, there's something wrong with you. But I always encourage my kids to, say fuck it to society and still love school anyway. And obviously it shows like they're doing so good. And my youngest even loves school and she's obsessed with numbers right now. But oh yeah, the original Rugrats game on PlayStation 1 was amazing. It was so good. I'll have to see if I can find any videos on YouTube for you, Charlie, and I'll send you the link on Discord because it was great. It was a great game. But yeah, I I agree that school is definitely very needed, of course, obviously. But they teach a lot of unnecessary things, especially here in the US. A lot of things kids, first off, they either don't need to learn, or it's just they're learning things just to pass a test, which is the case for most of it. So they're not learning essential things like what we used to when we were kids. It's just, oh, hey, Emily. So glad to have you back. I was a slow learning, socially awkward night owl that got made fun of a lot. I was the same way, Emily. I actually am dyslexic. I didn't know it for many, many years. I'm mildly dyslexic, though. I'm not very aggressively. It's just whenever I'm fatigued, which I was always fatigued when I was a kid, because I had insomnia as well. I had a terribly hard time going to sleep at night. No matter what I did, I was always up until about like 1 to 3 a.m. on a school night. No matter, I would lay in bed with my eyes closed and I could not sleep. It was terrible. Trig proofs. Yeah. I'm aggressively dyslexic in my main language. Yeah, see, it's definitely something that hinders your ability to learn. It hinders your ability to do anything really fast. I have so many books that I want to read. I am like dying to read, but I have to set aside a lot of time in order to read because I'm a very slow reader because I'm dyslexic. And I'm numerically dyslexic as well. So math is a struggle for me, which is great. Anyway, screw learning about taxes. We need to learn about I can't even pronounce that. Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean. I can't say it. It's like, okay, there are some words I can't say, like the word suggest. I have to think about it first before I can say it. If I just say it, I fuck it up every time. Math is really easy for me, and reading. Well, there you go. That's awesome. Reading is always a struggle for me. Even when I was reading Harry Potter, and I was finishing these books within 2 months, which was a big deal for me. I know there's a lot of people that can finish Harry Potter books like in a couple of days. It takes me a couple of months, but that's a huge thing for me to finish a book in 2 months. It's especially a chapter book like Harry Potter. So like I was really encouraged to read more, and so I would read more, and then the books got thicker and it was taking me longer, and it was but it was good. I loved it. I did love it. The squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yeah. Oh my God, I hate math, and it's always been a struggle for me, but ironically, I have an A in math right now. That's awesome, Brianna. That is really cool. Yeah, I just always struggled, but the thing that also got me as a kid was there were times where we were learning things, and my teacher, I was very thankful and very lucky to have teachers that were very aware, very self-aware, and they were very honest. And so they would straight up tell us if something was incorrect in our history books or incorrect in a way of learning a thing, like whether it be like English or science or anything. They were very, very transparent and like, just do it this way for the test, but I'm going to show you guys the correct way. And so they were, yeah, I think math is not a strong suit for many of us. And those that are, gifted to be, understanding math a lot easier. So lucky. I'm so envious. Like my boyfriend, he is such a math wizard. he will whip out numbers in no time. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, how'd you do that? Like, don't tell me, just show me. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I still don't get it. Because I'm a visual learner. But yeah, I was very fortunate to have teachers that were very honest. But give me the newspaper that is full of spelling errors and I'll point out all of them. Oh my God, girl, seriously. Same. I don't know. I don't even try. I don't even look for them. And I can find spelling errors in books, in newspapers, in like New York Times articles. I can find spelling errors, no problem. And I think a lot of it is because for me, it's my dyslexia because I see words differently. So if something's incorrectly spelled, it stands out to me more. So I don't know, maybe that's it. Quick, 12 plus 17. 32? 29. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, no, 20. You're right. See, I'm bad. I'm terrible. But I'm bad at mental math. I can do it if I write it down. I'm much better. I can do it writing down, but not mentally. My brain. I can't be a cashier actually. I've straight up had to turn down job offers before because I can't do money because my head will fuck up the numbers as I'm counting. If I'm looking at fives and I'm counting in fives and I'm trying to my brain will just screw everything up. It's terrible. So I have to actually be very specific in my job searches, which is not fun. I can do realistic art. That is amazing. Realism is very, very hard. I actually have, is it this one? Oh, and I have my Jack the Ripper letter. It's a copy, obviously. Is this my sketchbook though? This is my sketchbook. Well, one of my many sketchbooks. I did a couple of realism pictures. Oh wait, you know what? I don't think it's in here. Because I did a realism picture for an ex of mine while he and I were together. And yep, I can see where I cut it out. I cut it out and framed it and gave it to him because he loved it so much. Hey, sorry, I'm tardy. I've just been looking at apartments all day. No worries, Jessica. Don't worry. I'm so glad to have you here. So before I forget, did your boyfriend manage to survive the blues the other night? Well, actually, okay, so okay, yeah, let me update you guys on that. I won't disclose obviously everything that happened because it was very private, but I will say that we had our first big blow up fight. And I am talking about this because it's reality. Every relationship has an argument or fight or something. It's normal and it's actually rather healthy to fight and argue and come to a conclusion together. It's when you fight and argue and don't have any conclusion, that's when it's not healthy. But yeah, so oh hey couch. I just got here too. I am making dinner. Sarah sporting the boyfriend hat and hoodie. Yes. So yeah, while I was out there, we actually did had our first really big blow up fight. I was so pissed. This is how mad I was, and this is how I am. If you guys are at all wondering how I am as a person, away from YouTube and everything, because obviously, my energy is a little bit higher up on camera, but it's not far off, really. I guess I like to think so. My friends say that I'm pretty true to myself on camera, but I don't know. So when I get pissed, I get vindictive. So embarrassing to admit this. I get very vindictive. Okay, I'm Irish. If you want to go there, let's go there. I'm Irish, so I'm vindictive as hell. Oh my God, I like to piss people off when I am pissed off, especially if they made me pissed off. I will make them pissed off. So we were kind of bickering all day, and then it came to a head, and we were at his parents' house, and we didn't have his car because we were going to carpool together to do this big move for him, getting all of his stuff from his storage unit to his new place, right? So we were without his car, and I was livid with him. And so I just went upstairs to the room we were staying in, which was his old bedroom, and I put on my jacket and my scarf. And he's just like, "Where are you off to?" And I was just like, "I'm going to the corner store." And he's like, "That's a bit of a walk." And I was just like, "It's not too far. I've walked further." He's like, "Yeah, but it's all uphill." And I'm just like, "I'm going to the corner store." And he was just like, "All right, then I'm going with you." And it was freezing outside, mind you. It was probably around 34 degrees outside. And so I was like, "If you want to come, come, but I'm not going to ask you to come." And he was like, "That's fine. I'm going with." So I was just like, "Mhm." So I went downstairs. I told his family, I was just like, "I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna go over to the corner store. Do you guys want anything?" And they were like, they looked at me like I was crazy. They were just like, "Why are you going there? What are you doing?" And I was just like, "I could really use the fresh air right now." And they were like, "Oh, okay." Because I asked him, "Do you guys want anything?" And his mom was just like, "Could I get some peanuts?" And I was about to say, "You want honey roasted?" And sure enough, she was just like, "Honey roasted peanuts." And I was like, "Yeah, girl, I'll get you some." So I, so yeah, we walked out. We started heading out, and we were like dead quiet. Like both of us were not saying a word to each other. And then and I had it. I was just like, no, he's not gonna get away with something as simple as the silent treatment. Oh, hell to the no. So I started, this whole thing of like, I just like, "Oh my God, you and this and that." And so we started like yelling at each other in this neighborhood. And it's normally a very quiet neighborhood. And we were like yelling at each other, like, "Nah, nah, nah." And oh my God, it was so hilly. Like, and I was in these like I was I had my boots, I can show you guys, but I was wearing what I call my witchy boots. Um oh, they're on the other side of my bed. But I was wearing my witchy boots, and when it had snowed recently up there, they're very what is the word? Very eco-friendly in Seattle, so they don't spray salt on the snow, they spray sand. So there was a bunch of fine sand on the sidewalks, and I was in my little witchy boots that it's a kitten heel. It's not a full-on heel. It's a little kitten heel. He went with you just to give you the silent treatment. I think he knew I was going to start, and he was just letting me have that start. I don't think he was meaning to give me the silent treatment. I think he just knew that I was going to start, so he was waiting for me to be the initiator on that. Oh, what do you mean by salt or sand? So, normally when it snows in any kind of area, to help not only put grit, but also help keep the snow like from getting like too hard or icy or something. I'm not exactly sure the science behind it. I'm born and raised in Vegas, guys. We don't get snow. But they spray salt on the roads and on the sidewalks to kind of help control that, I believe. But salts can actually interfere with the pH balance of plants. And so Seattle being very, earth friendly, eco conscious, all that, they instead spray sand. And sand kind of does the same thing as snow. As far as I know, it's not as good as salt, but to be more, earth friendly, they use sand. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. So the salt melts the ice, making it easier and safer to walk or drive on. Yeah, so thank you, Emily. So yeah, so we were like bickering and arguing, and we were going up this like this steep of a hill we were walking up on. And so like I'm sitting there, I'm huffing and puffing because I'm so mad. I want to storm. I want to just stomp and storm my way to the store, but I can't because like I'm dying. And I'm also trying to not slip and fall because of all the gravel. It's also to help prevent ice to form on the surface that would be otherwise slippery. Yeah. Adding salt also changes the freezing point. There you go. Sand doesn't melt the ice, but it increases traction. There you go. See, you guys are so smart. Thank you. Yeah, born and raised in Vegas. We just don't. So I appreciate it, you guys. So yeah, science. I'm trying to storm, but then I have to stop every so often to just kind of catch my breath because I do have an inhaler. I have I think it's called athlete's asthma. It's just when I push myself too hard, my windpipe like just wants to just clamp down and it's like breathing through a straw. It's terrible. So I had to stop. Girl, same, but you learn as you go. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Absolutely, you guys. So I didn't have my inhaler with me. And your audience is much smarter than other people's audiences. You guys are smart. You guys are awesome. And I love that I have you guys. And I mean that sincerely. Like, I love having you guys. Because I mean, I wouldn't be talking about my relationships problems. So anyway, we end up like bickering and yelling and screaming at each other, and we make it to the corner store. And so first thing I do is I grab the honey roasted peanuts. I go around to the cashier and I get a pack of cigarettes, which I don't know if I mentioned this already, but every time whenever I've been up in Seattle, I don't smoke while I'm up there. I don't want to. And also, like, being with my boyfriend, I don't want to have smoker's breath and all that. And plus it's like a way for me to it's a way for me to get like more of like a withdrawal from cigarettes and smoking and everything. But for some reason, every time I come back home, I'm just instantly like, oh, it's bad. But don't worry, I have a solution. I will get to that. So yeah, we get there. I buy a pack of cigarettes in front of him, which that was my way of being like, I'm pissed at you. And so girl, you know you'd be dishing the dirt with me anyhow. Let's be real. Yeah, it's true. I'll get into more dirty details with you, couch later. It's probably stress at home, relax up there. Yeah. That is a lot of it, because too, it's like I'm away from the kids. I'm not as stressed trying to deal with them interrupting me or like interrupting whatever it is I'm doing. Like, I'm away from home. I'm away from the city. You know, I mean, well, this city. That city is a lot nicer. But yeah, so we stepped out and he's like, okay, so I'm not crazy. And I was, because he had smelled it on me before. And I told him he smelled it on me before when I first got there. And I told him, I was like, yeah, no, I've been smoking, because I did a Santorian cleansing not too long ago, and part of Santorian cleansing is you have to smoke a cigar. And so immediately right after, I was just like, I'm gonna get 2 packs of cigarettes, because holy fuck. So I'm so sleepy. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. You're not boring. It's 12 a.m. and I want to sleep. Go to sleep, Sorty. Go to sleep. Relax. Go to bed. Get some rest. You're good. You're good. This video will be here. So if you want to know the rest of the story, you can always come back and finish watching. But yeah, so I light up in front of him and everything, and so we broke down like our argument down to like what was kind of like really eating at us. Like, a lot of it was, you know, our fears. Like, we're both afraid of failing each other, and he's just like, but I want to watch. Oh, sorry, but you need your rest. That's more important. It is way more important to get your rest, girl. Get your rest. Sleep, relax, beauty rest. It's called that for a reason. Because I have not been getting a whole lot, which is why my face is plastered. Anyway, but don't make me get all mom on you. I will turn the mom on and be like, girl, bed. I will do the countdown. Jessica's now getting all mom on you, Sorty. We are all getting mom on here. Um, but yeah, so we broke down and, admitted that, like, we're both just afraid of failing each other. We're both afraid of, not doing enough to get ourselves to live with each other and to have my kids out there and have everything just, of us be a family and everything. And, "Mom, I don't wanna." I know, right? I'm just over here chopping broccoli, says the couch. Um, but yeah, so like, we kinda like, talked a little bit more intimately about like, what we need to do to fix our issues and everything. And I mean, it kind of was brief because we did argue again like a little the other day, but it was because there was some miscommunication that happened between that argument and then what happened the other day. So, but it's all over now. We're perfectly good now. Like we cleared up every misunderstanding that there ever was, and like so we're all on the same page and everything's good. But yeah, but mom, I wanna hear you in the moment. Bed. It's sweet. It's so sweet of you, Sorty, and I trust me, I would love to have you here, but you're tired, it's late, go to bed. Go to bed, your rest is needed. But yeah, so 5 more minutes, please. Oh my god, Bella does that to me all the time. She'll be like, "But mommy." I'm just like, "Nice try. Get your ass to bed." It's so cute though, like, a part of me is just, like, dying inside, like, "Oh, just let her stay up, let her have fun, let her play," and I'm just like but outwardly, I'm just like, "Nice try, little one. Get your ass to bed now." Ain't it nice being in an actual adult relationship where you talk things out? Oh my god, it is, and, like, also, like, the thing too is that, like, actions speak louder than words. And that's something that has always been a big deal with me because I've always been in relationships where they say one thing and the argument's done and over with, but there's been no action to follow. And so I used to do that when I was a kid. Of course you did, because you're doing it now, Sorty. Um, but yeah, like there was no action to follow and to like really show that there was, acknowledgement and respect and everything given. Whereas, now it's just like yeah, it's like immediate. Like there's stuff happening and it's good stuff is happening and things that we talked about, he actually is listening and he's actually respecting me and he's actually, following through, which is a big deal for me, big deal. Um, so, I mean, so, obviously, things are a lot better now, but yeah, no, that night, like, I mean, of course, after a little TMI, but of course, after you have, a big fight, especially your first big fight with your boyfriend, of course, there's the makeup, involved. So, yeah, uh, yeah, that happened. But anyway, God, I hope his family isn't watching right now. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, and I met more of his family while I was out there, and I actually met the grandma, which was funny because he made me so terrified to meet his grandma. And she actually was a very lovely woman. She was amazing. She was super sweet and super kind to me. And I showed her pictures of my kids, and she just absolutely loved them right away. And she told me that next time I visit, that I need to bring my kids and have her meet them and bring them over to her place. It's so sweet, just so freaking sweet and so freaking kind. And I'm just like, I will, I'll do that. And because she told me, she was like, "You tell Joe to have come visit me." And I'm just like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, no, no, that's not happening. You can go with my family, but you're not. Yeah, no, I'm not going." Because I guess him and his grandma like they butt heads a lot and everything, which I sympathize with because I butted heads a lot with my grandma. Oh my god, that lady did not like me. But but yeah, no, I told him, I was like, no, we are going together. You're gonna come with, and you're gonna show some respect to your grandma, and we're gonna have a good time." And he was just like, "Okay, yeah, fine." So, a man that listens, like, nice. Yes. I never had a man that listened to me before. Like, this is so nice. They say that you could hear the sound of makeup sex all the way down the couch. Really? God damn it. Anyway, yeah, I mentioned this earlier, guys, but just to say, please don't judge me for the fact that my Christmas tree is still up. I know it is definitely far too long. I just, oh God, it's just, there's been so much going on. So I wanted to tell you guys what happened yesterday, because yesterday I was supposed to clean us all up yesterday. Like, this was all supposed to be done and over with today. So my brother is in front of me. I'm sorry. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry, Sorty. I am so sorry. Oh my God. Anyway, so what happened yesterday was the craziest fucking thing. Okay, so let's get into it. The knobs were clinking. Oh God, guys, stop. Okay. Jessica, now you're getting in on it. So yesterday what happened was I was sitting outside. I had just finished feeding my neighbor's cat. And of course I was having a smoke. And oh God, you're torturing poor Sorty. But yeah, so out of nowhere, this beige car just pulls right up into my driveway. And as soon as they park, this guy that, I mean, like, shady looking guy. Like, I mean, I'm not one to really judge on physical appearances because, you know, people have tattoos and everything. No, this guy looked shady. But he jumped out and he had a freaking joint in his mouth too. And he just heads straight for my back gate to my backyard. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then the lady from the driver's seat, she gets up and starts following him. Yeah, drug addicted or drug dealer shady. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, these people did not look clean. Their car was even like freaking like janky ass, you know. He kind of looked like Isaac, to be honest. No, actually, this guy was like kind of, I mean, I guess kind of around Isaac's height, but like, I mean, he was thin and he was white, thin, tattoos on the neck, shaved head. Isaac is my ex-fiance. Kick him in the meatballs. I was just shocked because, like, people usually pull in my driveway all the time, but it's usually because they're like making a U-turn. So they'll pull in and then back up and go the other way. No, these people like straight up pulled in and like I said, as soon as it parked, the guy jumped out and like rushed to the back side. And so I was like shocked. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening right now? What is going on? So the guy saw me, like, he looked right at me, but just kept on walking. And I'm just like, I was like freaking out. So I grabbed my cell phone, I ran inside, locked the door behind me. And then as soon as I did that, I hear my mom open up the side door and she's like, "Can I help you?" And thankfully we have a security gate there now. But yeah, so the guy is like, "Oh no, sorry ma'am, wrong house." And I'm just like, "Goddamn motherfucking right, wrong house?" Like, what the hell? So they go right back to their car, and I'm expecting them to go further down the street from where they came from, right? Because, you know, if it's the wrong house, then you would think that they would keep going. So I had my phone out with my camera ready to take a picture of their license plate to file it to the police. No, they headed back in the direction that they came from. And I was livid, livid. So I call the police and everything. I give them the description of the people. I give them the description of the car, and I explain that I couldn't see the license plate because they went in totally direction that I was expecting. So rip out his vulva and then remove his tonsils with your teeth. Yeah, right. He was looking for the house where no one was home. Exactly, exactly. Which is really scary because there is a vacant house right next door to me, and that's scary because ooh, that's right next door. So I leave the report with the police. I explained to them what happened, and I told them I'm not trying to like file a crime or anything. I'm just reporting suspicious activity from these suspicious looking people that was just weird as hell of an encounter. So they took the report. They took it in. And then there was another car, like not even 10 minutes after I got off the phone with the police. Because I sat back outside to, wait and see if I even saw the car pass by the neighborhood again. So another car pulls up, slows way down in front of my house, and looks again down my driveway. There's a car in the driveway, and this is now the second person that's like just peering down that way. And I'm just like, who do I have to fucking hurt? Like, holy shit, I was pissed. And yes, this is a very real blade. This is my survival blade. Because others are gonna not be able to survive afterwards. No, that's a knife. I have this knife because I was doing a Dean Winchester costume thing for Halloween one year. Stop waving it around. I am a martial artist and I am weapon trained. Do not worry, Jessica. I know how to use these things, which is why I whipped it out, because I am trained in weapons. Really, camera? Really? Really? There we go. Okay. I am trained in weapons. I know how to use weapons. I know especially how to use knives. So I know what I'm doing. But yeah, I had this out with me, like right in front of me on my little table out there, and I was just sitting there just mad dogging every car that drove by. I was like, are you going to do the same? Are you going to do the same? Are we going to go right now? Are we going to do this? Like, oh, 2 seconds later, you whip your face with it. I know, right? That's how it usually happens. I know what I'm doing. But no, yeah, I actually don't piss Sarah off. She will wear your skin. Yes. I will Ed Gein your ass. Especially when it comes to like my home. I mean, it's just like, we were broken into last year. On Easter Sunday, which also happened to be April 1st last year, which was the craziest freaking thing. And we were broken into. And thankfully, they only took some of my things and my ex's too. But, fuck him. Do you have a double jointed thumb? A lot of people say that like my thumb is weird, that like it shouldn't do this. And I'm just like, that's just what my thumbs do. Like I can't not do it. So a lot of people get freaked out by it. I'm just like, I don't know. My middle finger pops though. Don't know if you guys could hear that. Just doing that makes my middle finger pop. I don't ask how I figured that out. I did that when I was a kid, and now I just do it as like a weird trick. Push back your thumb. Oh my god. Is there any sign you can put outside your home to intimidate them? It was funny because there's this guy that's like going for some kind of position for the city of Las Vegas here. I don't really know the details, but he came to the house and I was explaining to him what happened yesterday and everything, because he's going to be in charge of this area. So he wanted to know like a resident's perspective. So we were telling him about the security issues here and everything. And I told him, I'm a martial artist and I do things to protect my home. Like I open my front door a very specific way. I don't allow the kids come up to the front door whenever somebody knocks or anything. I don't like, I'm very protective. I'm very, just very cautious because I know this area. I know it's not the safest area. It is a very, very beautiful neighborhood, but it's not the safest area. And I know that reality. And because of that reality, I am very cautious in everything that I do around here, where I don't even walk around this neighborhood once the sun goes down, which sucks during the winter because that's the best time to walk around. But once the sun is down, it's a no. Like, I don't walk around because I know it's not safe. Um, "Mom, I'm on the verge of falling asleep, but I don't wanna go to sleep, Sorty, god damn it." You need your rest, girl. Get your rest. Um Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Yeah, no, I open my door in a certain way, which is and I didn't even think that like this was a big deal, but apparently because I showed the people that came over to the house today, I showed them what I do. They're like, "Wow, that's a really interesting technique. I didn't even think of that. That is really actually very cool." And so like, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's something I should do a video on as to like how to just protect yourself doing little things. Because what I do is I put my foot right behind the door. Like I put my foot kind of like that right behind the door as I open it. So that way if anybody tries to like push the door in to force themselves in or anything, my foot's right there. That door's not going anywhere and I will shut the door on their arm. I'm nice. I promise. Promise. I'm just highly trained. I know how to hurt people and I don't want to, but I will if I have to protect my home. Um I don't let Jet come running up to the door either. Um, I never have. Yeah, my kids get mad at me too because they're like, "I want to see who is at the door," and it's just like, I was like, "Do you want to die? Do you want to die? Because that's how you die. Do not let the adults handle the door." I kind of make them a little paranoid, but I mean, if it keeps them safe. Um, yeah. Oh, hey, welcome, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. The password is Dave. No, that's my ex-husband's middle name. I don't go for. And sometimes I call him that too, because like whenever he pisses me off, I'll just be like, "Dave, stop being an idiot and work with me here." I know how to hurt people. I usually tell them that no one will ever love them, and that they are fat and ugly, and it does a trick. Wow. That's pretty intense there, Couch. You're nice in the fact that you don't let some stranger kill you and your family. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. That's a good point. That's a very solid point there. Thankfully, I have a chair near my front door. There you go. See, our entryway is kind of narrow, so there's not really a whole lot of room. We used to have like a little table that was by the front door, so for keys and whatnot and mail. But we've since gotten rid of that, and it opens it up so much because it's so narrow. It's hard to have anything in that walkway without bumping into it all the time or like slamming your hip into it or something ridiculous, something klutzy. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm always not necessarily paranoid. I'm just always cautious because I'm very aware of my neighborhood and my area and everything. Like I said, it's very visually beautiful and amazing here, and it's definitely not the worst part of town. It definitely is not, but it is still pretty bad. Uh, I mean, we got the strip really close by. We have downtown really close by. So, like, there's a lot of vagrants and everything that tend to wander around, a lot of people that are high on drugs, a lot of people that are stumbling out of bars too, that are just kind of wandering neighborhoods because they're so drunk they don't know where they're going or where they are. So, that happens a lot too. And also prostitutes. There's some prostitutes sometimes that comes around my neighborhood and I'm just like, could you not? I mean, Boulder Highway's that way. Could you just go? Like, to each their own, that's your job, whatever, that's fine, but just, Boulder Highway's that way. Could you go? It's a Vegas joke. Boulder Highway is very well known for prostitutes. When I open my front door, I have my forearm and hip pressed against the door, so if someone tries to push their way, I can slam it shut. There you go, see? The chicken, rice, broccoli, and carrots are in the oven, meow. You're the only person I let say meow for the word now, Couch, by the way. Oh my God. I don't even let Emmy do that. I refuse to let her do that because it's just like, no, it's now. It's not meow, it's now. It just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just gets under my skin when people actually say it too. They're like, what are you doing right meow? It's like, are you two? Because I thought you were a grown ass adult. I get a little mean. Um, but yeah, so anyway, So you guys are learning a lot about me today. International Women's Day. Hey, and I am a not so nice person. I am nice, I promise. I have a temper. I admit. I have a temper, and when that temper is triggered, that's when I'm no longer nice. But everybody's like that, I feel. Everybody has their limits. Everybody has that line that you just don't cross. And it's like once you cross it, it's not necessarily a point of no return. It's just now there's a timer as to how long you're going to have to deal with me in this mode. If someone really wanted to get in my house, they'd have to break a window in the living room or find a way in through the basement. The front door is hard to open and the side door is a solid door. Damn, some zombie apocalypse house right there. I say it once in a while to see if people catch it. Oh goodness. Let's see. This is the first time I'm hearing that meow for now. Oh, really? You are lucky, Sarah. You are so lucky. I have to hear it all the time. We learned how badass Sarah is. Oh, Brianna, you're so sweet. I do need a workout though. I need to lose some weight. I got a double chin going. Like it doesn't look like it, but oh my god. Celebrating Women's Day by talking about how not to die. There you go. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. That is a very solid point. I have Happy Women's Day. Yay! I have a collection of weapons actually cuz I've always been really good at weapons, which is a scary thought if you think about it, especially with me having a temper. No, I've just always been good at weapons. I don't know why, but I've just always had a knack and I've always understood how they work and I've always been able to figure it out and get it to work for me. Like archery, shooting, knives, swords, staffs. The only thing that I've had a hard time with even still were spears. Spears are a little difficult for me, but I can, give me an hour, I'll figure it out. Axes, I did axe throwing and I got really good at it. I love axe throwing actually, especially when they let you do the double. Oh, so satisfying. Kabuto. I did not do Kabuto. I did Iaido. Here, I'll even type it out for you guys here. Iaido. It is a traditional samurai sword martial art, mostly learning kata. And if you don't know what kata is, sorry, I got so much on my desk right now. Kata is basically a dance that you memorize, but it's in karate forms of like punches, stances, kicks, and all that stuff. So it's like a dance that you memorize, and each one has a different name. And in Iaido, it's the same way, except, with a sword. So, hey, James, welcome. So, Iaido. That's what I trained under. So if you guys want to Google that and take a look and see what I did, that's what I did. And I got so good at it that my sensei even made me a katana, but he dulled it. Granted, I was 16, but he dulled it, and I need him to sharpen it now because I'm turning 30. Damn it! I'll just bring it to the dojo one day and just be like, Sensei JW, could you please just sharpen this already for me? Like, please. I really want to use it. There's some shady shit happening in my neighborhood. I also like moving small things around sometimes when no one is looking. Slowly drive them insane. There you go. Oh my god, that's mean. Let's be honest, no one likes the idea of you with sharp things. I know, Couch. I know your wit is enough. Oh, thank you. You're saying I'm witty. I don't think I am. That's why I take that as such a huge compliment. I really don't feel like I'm a witty person. I'm really trying. I'm working on it. It's been 14 years, Sensei. Sharpen it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I miss training though. God, I was reminiscing the other day of some of my katas because, as you guys know, like I've competed. I have medals right over here. I've got so much shit I gotta put away. That's just some of my medals right there, and I don't know what to do with them. But I was really good at kata. I got a couple of gold medals in kata because I got really, really good at it. I'm very meticulous when it comes to kata. Kumite, I was always afraid of hurting somebody, so I wouldn't actually go in. And then the one time I actually did go in and hurt somebody, I I got second place. And that's just because I was also up against a black belt, and I need to tell you guys a black belt story, don't you? As to why I have a black belt. I haven't earned my black belt though, if that makes sense. Like I can't wear it because I haven't earned it. But I have one because I was supposed to test for it. Um, Maybe one day I'll just do a dedicated story time to that. Mamushka! Mamushka! Yes! Oh my god, I love Adam's Family. Um uh let's see. Most I have is cheap pocket knife in my purse after the stabbings that happened in Destiny USA mall in Syracuse, New York. Over Black Friday, I figured something was better than nothing for protection. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a whole array of different kinds of weapons that I keep with me at all times. Um, Excuse me, I just burped. I used to have a pepper spray. I have no idea what happened to it, but I don't like using pepper spray because if somebody's like really high on drugs, the pepper spray is not really going to do much to them. What will do damage to them and stop them is if you know just like deck them right in that sweet spot in the jaw. Just get them right in the sweet spot. It'll dislocate their jaw and you possibly will knock them out. So, um, but in my country, they do this dance with swords and weapons. That is awesome. With swords and weapons, that is really cool. I got a black belt too. Mine's from Kmart. You're such a smartass. I have the coordination of nerds to the squirrels. Jessica. I know that's not true. That is not true. You are an amazing artist, so you do have coordination. You just it just takes practice. It really does. The fact that women need to carry weapons around to prevent people from doing nefarious things to them, it makes me sad. Yeah, it's true though. It's true. The reason why I know my neighborhood is very dangerous and the reason why I am very cautious when it comes to walking around my neighborhood at any given point around sunset. I can't tell you how many times I have had a ride, luckily, to go to the nearest Walgreens to me. Just a ride there because it was after sundown and I didn't feel comfortable enough to walk, and I was lucky to get a ride to go there. And on my way back, several times, I would see women running. And of course, I'd pull over and be like, you know, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And she was like, "No, I was just attacked right over there." And of course, they're always pointing in the direction where there's this really dark, scary area right next to the Walgreens that's close to me. And I honestly I can't tell you how many times I've seen that, and I've come across women who were just attacked, who were grabbed or people tried to like either steal their purse or tried to rape them, you know, just scary, scary things. So it's like I acknowledge and I accept I don't live in the greatest part of town. It's not the worst, but it's not the greatest, and I need to be cautious. And especially walking around at night is just not an option. So it's just, I mean, even though I'm a martial artist and yes, I can protect myself, it's not something I want to put myself into. You know, it's just no matter how well protected you are, you never know if somebody's going to have a gun or a knife and they're just going to just stab you just because you're there, just because you went to a store and you might possibly have money in your wallet. Drugs and people are scary. Ugh. So it's like people terrify me more than ghosts. I will gladly go on demon hunts in houses. I will go and watch a demon exorcism being performed and everything rather than deal with fucking scary ass people any day of the week. Um so let's see. Um if there were a guy for let's see, or hit them on the forehead right on the bridge of the nose. There you go. Headbutt. That's a good one. Um if there's a guy, go for the meatballs and sausage and pray they go down. The problem is when it comes to that is from my understanding, when somebody is on a coke high, they don't have much feeling down there. And other drug highs as well, they don't feel much down there. So that is where it can get still scary because you try to do it and nothing will happen. So I mean, yes, definitely let that be your first go-to, but if you don't see them go down immediately, you keep fighting until they go down. You punch them in the sternum, punch them in the face, get them in the throat. Just bam, right there in the throat. Yeah. Get them to go down. Uh um let's see. Not for the rest of my body, girl. I trip over I trip over things and scream, I'm about to die. Girl, do you know how many times that happens to me? uh the start area freaks me out over there. The start area. Um and no offense taken, couch. No offense taken. Did I ever tell you how someone tried to grab me and drag me into their van at a bus stop in broad daylight? No. What? Was this when you were in school, Jessica? Like, holy shit. I knew a lady who got jumped in a dark alley once. She almost married Isaac. I'm glad she made it out safe. Are you talking about that she got out of, like, made it out safe in the dark alley, or made it out safe away from Isaac? Because holy shit, dude. That's a burn. Being on guard is critical. Ghosts are better than humans. Yes, way. Yeah. I'll go on any ghost hunt any day of the week rather than deal with people. Hitting someone in the balls is likely to piss them off. I'd rather someone not have to rely on that. Yeah, I mean, it would piss them off. I mean, for some men, though, they are very sensitive down there. So if you were to kick them in the nuts, it would be very debilitating to them. And if and so many guys, okay, let's get on this real quick. So many guys will defend attackers by being like, don't kick them in the nuts, don't kick them in the balls. What's wrong with you? That's so messed up. You don't do that. And it's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I just supposed to allow myself to be attacked and not defend myself? You, like, oh my God. I get, just, oh. Anyway, some people, but yeah, go for the throat. Go for the throat. It's not the paranormal you have to worry about. It's the heroin addict 2 doors down that you have to worry about. Absolutely. Fucking absolutely. Nope. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Jesus Christ. I mean, if you're willing to talk about it, Jessica, I would love to know more. Like, what happened? Jesus Christ. So it doesn't affect me like it does most at my is my point. Okay. Yeah, see, and that's where I'm saying, like, no matter male or female, and plus, especially nowadays, there are people that are getting, gender reassignments and everything, and sometimes they do become addicted to the medications that they are given after their surgery, like pain medications and everything. So then their life goes downhill, and then they're addicted to drugs, and they're on the streets, and then they're attacking people. So you never really know who's got a dick and who doesn't, you know. So just go for the throat. You can't go wrong with going for the throat. just a quick little right at the throat. You'll be fine. And if it kills them, then self-defense. Easy case right there, self-defense. Because holy shit, why are we defending criminals at all? It's like those kids at freaking colleges that are raping girls and getting away with it. Punch them in the throat. And they're usually the ones that will also turn around and blame you for being attacked in the first place. Yeah. I hate that. I have been sexually harassed. I've been raped. I've been molested. And I know this is a lot to just put out there right now, but I'm just saying, I am a victim. I am a survivor. Anytime anybody would come up to me and be like, well, what were you wearing? What were you doing? And it was just like, excuse me? Do not come to me and say those things to me. I will rip you a new one so hardcore. You don't say that to me. You don't say that to anyone who is a victim of some violent act because of someone else not having self-control. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's like, just keep your fucking hands to yourself, you know? Sorry. That's just definitely like a trigger for me because it's just like defending attackers in any way, shape, or form. I have to chill. I have to chill myself because I will freaking lose my mind. You should have seen me during that freaking court case with that what was his name? The rapist guy at the college that got fully away with it. Oh, I want to murder that guy so bad. I got a backyard and a lot of shovels. I can do it. I know people. Anyway, so um if someone is attacking you, it's fair game. Hit them wherever it hurts. However, I knew a girl who used to hit people in the balls because she thought it was funny. I told her I would have no qualms about taking her apart if she did that to me. No restraint. No, yeah. I know girls like that too. I know a lot. I used to know a lot of women that were just like, oh, like just kick a guy in the nuts. It's funny. They go down so fast and so easy. And I'm just like, that's not cool. Like, if the guy's doing something to you, then yeah, absolutely. But if he's just minding his own business, or if he says something like derogatory to you, you're not you can't put your hands on them. Like, just keep your hands to yourself, girls and guys. Like, keep your hands to yourself unless somebody is attacking you. Then defend yourself, obviously. Yes, rapist Brock Turner, that motherfucker. Oh, he does not ever want to run into me. If I ever run into that motherfucker, oh. Anyway, um, let's see. Gene pool needs a weeding. Yes, it does. Um, doesn't matter what your clothing was, if you were intoxicated or out at night by yourself. It doesn't matter. Absolutely, you should just be respected as a human being. Woman, man, whatever, in between or not, it doesn't matter. You should just be respected as a person, not be violated. I just read a thing the other day where some college guy got off with 6 months jail time for rape, and some poor girl got 2 years in prison for killing the person raping her. Blew me away. I heard about that. And oh god, our judicial system sucks, doesn't it? It's like, what the hell? Oh, what, that swim dude? No, not this. Well, I don't know. Was he on the swim thing? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't care to find out. Explains your anger, temper. Anything that reminds you of a traumatic incident is a major trigger. Yeah. And I hate using the word trigger because I feel like it's so overused nowadays. But at the same time, it's reality. Um, I don't I don't like talking about it because I mean, obviously, I don't want it to define me. And that's my whole thing. I I'm here to live. I'm here to have a life. And I'm not going to sorry, my phone is starting to blow up. I'm not here to let past traumas control me and define me and make me scared or intimidated. No, I'm taking charge of my life. I am living my life. I acknowledge my traumas. I acknowledge that I do, yes, get triggered, but I'm still going to live my life. And I will catch myself when I do get, triggered, and I will know how to calm myself and relax myself. So just a little bit more, and then I do have to get going. I really have to pee, and I got to get my kids from school here in a bit. My dad got arrested because he deflected my mom's kick to the balls, and it left a bruise. Oh, that's terrible. Explain what happened in the comments above. Oh, okay. I had to punch someone in the face for putting his hands on my thigh while I was sitting on the bus. Oh, it's just disgusting. People are so nasty. It's not just men, it's women too. Women are like, oh god, I can't tell you how many times, even recently actually, just women that have no respect for either men or women being in relationships. and just like being very nasty, being very disgusting, being very like disrespectful, not only to the other person but to themselves. Um, it's like, ugh. I think I got the time amounts right. My memory is bad. It's fuzzy now. That's okay. People are more focused on getting respect than reciprocating it. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty white boy with a scholarship gets off more ways than one, apparently, while a girl defends herself, goes into prison. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. That's why I keep saying, if it makes sense, it's not going to happen. That's just how our country runs right now, which sucks and is sad. We'll talk later. Yeah, we'll talk later. Good for you. Mine is more recent. Go pee. You might get stones in your bladder or something. I I actually have a really too good of a bladder control that I just I'll hold it for a long time. Too long. I know it's bad. It's bad. I can't seem to find it, Jessica. Uh, but well, I'll message you. I'll message you privately about it. But yeah, I do have to get going. I love you guys so much. Seriously, like even though this was a much more serious live stream, I just you guys are amazing. Is just what I'm trying to say. You guys are amazing. You're super sweet. You're super amazing. You're super smart as well. Like seriously, every single one of you guys, you're just fucking amazing. I love you guys so much. It's a man's world, unfortunately. We get the shit end of the freaking stick on lots of stuff. Yeah. Absolutely. But don't let it get you down. We are women. We are strong. It is our Women's Day. We are fucking tough. People say tough as balls. No, tough as a vagina. Like to see you squeeze out a watermelon through your balls, Sorry, guys. But yeah, yes, definitely. Love you guys so much, so much. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. It won't be another week, I promise. Because next week I'm turning 30. Guys, I'm turning 30 on Thursday. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go before I have an existential crisis on camera. Um, every day is Women's Day. Yes, absolutely, Couch. Thank you for saying that. They do take quite the beating, anyhow. Yeah, seriously. Have a good afternoon. You guys have a good afternoon. Cream puffs through the. Woo! 1 year closer to Edna. Fuck you, Couch. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. I'll be live streaming next week. So like all the happy birthdays and everything, you guys can tell me next week. If you want, you don't have to. I just want to know, send me you guys, like ideas of stuff to do for my birthday because I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do for my dirty 30. I do know I think it's my actual birthday that my best friends have something planned for me. I don't know. They haven't said a word to me. I just know that they're in control. So maybe I'll live stream that. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys soon. And strip club in Tijuana. Oh God, no. God, no, I hope not. I don't have a passport. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I'm a carrier. There's a predisposition towards women in my family. My mom is a woman. My grandma was a woman. Some of my cousins, all my aunts. Well, I mean, your mom, grandma, yeah, they are all women. But yeah, no, I see what you mean, that you have a lot of women in your family. My family is pretty even. Pretty straight down the middle a bit. But yeah. I do love you guys so much. Yin yang is a balance, and the balance lies within yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good one. Be good out there. Protect yourself. Mwah. Bye.